Hello, everyone. This is the Abundance Oracle. Please subscribe if you can, like, and I really appreciate when you comment because then I know how everybody's thinking and feeling about things. So, about 30 years ago, 1993, when is that? Oh, long time. When I was younger, I did all my wills, set up my trust, limited liability trusts, corporations, and things like that. My sub S's for if you were going to buy a flow through commercial property, and different structural things, healthcare proxies, power of attorneys. I set everything up because, I became a single mom. My ex-husband's not well, so I had to have everything prepared. What if I died, and my kids were still 4 or 6 years old? Okay, now it's 30 years. I'm going to say 30 years. Just give me a little grace. 20 years. It's 20 years later because I'm so young. And I need to have a lawyer. I do have a good lawyer to go through and read all the things that were set up so long ago, because tax laws change, structural laws change. When you change your age now, you get different benefits from homesteading, from being over 65, from just a lot of different things as time changes. And you have to figure out, too, how are you going to pass your things down to your children? And in our family, we always have a nervousness about being fair. We always want to be fair to both kids. Both my kids, because they're my kids, right? I'm going to say this, but you're going to say the same thing about yours, but both my kids are turning out great. Okay, so I know I'm a little partial, so you may not take that as absolute, an absolute, but they are still really great. So I think, okay, I got to figure out 50-50. So am I going to take and start giving things away? Well, one has had a long-term boyfriend, will probably get married before the other, but where do you put all the stuff of being from a generation that collected things? And Barbara, I know you've seen some of my collections of stuff that I don't know that my kids are even going to want. Crystal and the fancy plates and the furniture, and and I know you have your offspring and probably aren't going to want fancy plates either. So I have to figure all that and how to divide things up. So has anybody else had really good ideas on how to do that? Are you starting to give away your money now to your kids? Are you passing this stuff down to your kids? I'm really interested. If you found a way that everybody loves the way you're doing it, please let me know. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working with a lawyer to sort of revise and look over healthcare proxies and everything else. So I just would like to offer the opportunity for you to consider the same. If it's been a long time that you haven't looked over, that not that you haven't looked over, but you haven't had someone who has the knowledge to look at what you own and how you title it and what happens when you pass away, or what happens if your husband or wife passes away first. Is that going to be like in a dynasty trust where it bypasses and it goes straight to your kids? So if you have a lot of money, maybe you want a dynasty trust, because then you don't have the estate taxes that you would have if you bypassed some people or your grandchildren, you bypass your kids. Maybe your kids are off well and you're going to go to your grandkids, bypass them. I'll tell you one of the things my mom did, and there was 5 grandkids, is she bypassed all the parents, and she gave a retirement account. She had annuity in there, and each time the kids' birthdays come around, they get a little payout. It's not tons of money, but it's, when you're young, it means a lot to you to get it. And it helps you, with car payments, or it helps you with whatever you're working on. And that was an annuity, and it pays out once a year. So I thought that was very nice. So I don't know. I'm just looking for advice from you all. Is there anything that you do that you say, this was fabulous that I did it this way? And I thought maybe there's something I haven't thought of, or your lawyer had a way of looking at things that might be unique, and maybe I should check it out as well. So let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably have a few changes in things, only because when I made these things originally, I lived in Massachusetts. And so the state law is a little different. Massachusetts, Taxachusetts is the nickname, has very low amount of money that you can have before you have to pay estate taxes. And your house is included in that. So I'll be using a different state that doesn't have state income tax. All right. Just stuff to think about and plan ahead. You know me, I'm always trying to plan ahead. And we're going on from there. Okay, love you all. Thank you for coming and listening and giving me advice too. It's really fabulous when you have a community here. Now we're starting to get things back and forth. And thank you, Between the Fence posts. You're great at your comments. It's very insightful for me to know what's hitting home with people. All right, love you tons. And tomorrow I'm just going to do some paperwork, and maybe I can get up early in the morning with my coffee and take you, where, to the beach. I put my beach chair already in the car in hopes that I can do that. But I noticed the beach doesn't open till like 9 o'clock in the morning. Who gets up that late? Only the people on vacation. All right. Love you tons. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.